Hi, and welcome to um, the fourth winner video of 2014 Complete 6 Steps Guide to Making Your Forehand a Winner Shot. Alright, this is like the beginning of number 4. Um, as you can see right this minute, the racket head is being whipped by using the racket motion going that way, and now the grip motion going this way, so it's like multi-force going. So another thing too that's happening. See, you're concentrating on the ball, number one, and what's happening is that you got to feel that you're doing that. That's the thing. This is all about feel, okay? The feel that you actually are accomplishing this. All right. Uh, so, like we said before, the rack is gonna move this way. You're not looking. You got so. Uh, what you gotta do is do that feel part. Okay. Feel that you are able to move your racket the way it has to go. Racket head towards the spectators here, and your grip area towards the ball. Because there comes the ball. The ball line's right here, but your butt cap is facing your behind you, so there's no way you're gonna be able to match that. So you have to do this action with your rackets. You have to get this motion right here going this way, and this motion going this way. Okay. So another great thing that we have to keep an eye on too while you're doing that, as the racket comes in, the racket does descend. The racket is moving, like in step one we talked about, and also what will also is happening too is that your body's going this way. So that's another thing. That's number 3. Then number 4, believe it or not, this is number 4. Your racket that is now is pointing down to the ground, right? And your fingers are pointing down to the ground. What you need to do is you want to flip your racket. You want to flip your racket to semi-closed. That's going to set up the way you want to hit the ball. So let's watch that. All those 4 steps come into one area. See it's flipping right now? Did you see that flip? So it's just like that, flipping. And the way you accomplish that is just to rotate your fingernails towards me. Before the fingernails were before the fingernails were pointing down the ground. Okay. So right now the fingernails are pointing down the ground. All right. What you want to do is, see, you're pointing down the ground right here. All right. What you want to do is you want to point your fingernails to me. You want to point your fingernails to me. Let's watch this. So watch the racket. See how the racket's opening right now? Kind of going that way. You can see the strings. Before, you couldn't see the strings. See the strings? I mean, right now the strings are the other way. They're pointing down. See? Pointing down. So as your racket comes up, remember the racket is also moving, okay? So you have to do this while dynamically, okay? Now another thing too that's happening right here, it's really important, is that the shoulders are pointing down. So the right shoulder is pointing down. The right shoulder is lower than the left shoulder. And the reason being is that this leg is like that, but this leg is like that. So this part of your body right here is lower than this part. This part is higher, this part is lower. So you kind of that's how you're gonna get your racket head below the ball. So you want to get this edge over here, this racket head, this edge right here. You want to get that edge below the ball, so that when your racket comes over here, then you'll be able to, brush on the back of the ball. All right. So, so that's 3, and now we're going to leave 3, and we're going to reach 3.5. Once we get to 3.5 right here, okay, that's possibly 3.5 right there. See your racket. Now your racket is at the end of the descent mode. Remember, it was right here, so it descended all the way down here. All right. Now it's going to level a little bit, tiny bit. It's right in the middle of your body. I mean, right in the middle. Okay. Right here. Okay. Once it reaches that, then it's going to start to ascend towards the target. So let's watch that ascension. So once it gets to 3, once you leave 3, it also something else is going to happen too, is that you're going to start rotating your body. The entire body now is facing the net again. So you pivoted on your foot right here. Okay, now your toes are pointing to the net on your back foot. Your knees is pointing to the net. Your toes is pointing to the net. Your waist is pointing to the net. Your shoulders are pointing to the net. So everything is going forward. All right. So right now the butt cap is facing a little bit higher than the ball. But look, what's happened is that because of this is really something specific, is that your wrist here is really loose. So what happens with that is that you're able to drop your racket down. If you grab your racket tightly, you will never be able to do that because that racket weighs 12 ounces. So this racket head right here drops by itself. Okay. So now you're gonna surge up and hit the ball in front of you. That's what you're aiming at. You always want to hit the ball in front of you. So let's go to 4. So as you can see, these rackets finally reach the ball. So this is the action you want. You want to go up and reaching the ball. I like to see more your racket position this way more. He's got it kind of like square here a bit, but yeah, it's still pretty good hit. Right. One thing that's really important here is that his arm is definitely straight, and then his racket's right here, so it kind of generates a 90-degree angle right here, and then his eyes are looking at the ball at a 45-degree angle. That's going to be a perfect shot. So we reached that number 4. Congratulations. You just executed an excellent shot. And let's go to video number 5.